Why are they arriving here undocumented? Why aren't they going through the proper channels? That rings alarm bells in my head. And looking at Ireland's a little taster of what's potentially going to come here, and Ireland's in trouble.
It was a really peaceful protest.
People were singing songs.
Yeah. And it was like the whole community just come together. There was a massive feeling of love. It was great. It was really nice until that day.
There was no trouble at that hotel. No policeman was ever punched in the face, kicked, spat at, and yet they behaved all the time as though we were terrorists almost.
It was just crazy. My daughter got pushed to the ground. My daughter was 9 at the time. I didn't know where my daughter was at this point either, and I was just shouting like, "Where's my daughter?" and trying to get to my daughter. And it got to the point where they just literally battered me all over the road. I had handcuffs up my nose. He punched me with a left hook at the back of my head. There's footage of it.
And your daughter's present.
My 9-year-old daughter saw all this.
As an ex-police officer, what's the police's job when a protest is going on?
Well, as the police keep on saying, well, to facilitate a peaceful protest. But really, they were there in this protest to crash the protest.
Never been in trouble, lived your whole life. Now you've gone to a protest and here you are in the police cell.
I still hear that echo of the cell door. Yeah.
So you're 77 and you're under arrest. How's that?
And also as well, they arrested me. 8 police came to my house to arrest me in a riot van.
So you're at home at the time, so this is not at the demonstration. So you've been protesting and the police have come to your house to arrest you. 8 police officers in a marked riot van.
Yeah.
Have you ever been arrested like that before? No, have you ever been arrested before?
Never been in trouble before.
I was assured by the Chief Inspector before I got into that car that I would be home by the morning, and I wasn't. 21 hours they kept me in there.
My wife is a barrister, I'm legally trained as well, and there were always people who've been arrested and then they were given, I think, similar to you, given bail conditions to prevent them protesting at all. Protesting, going anywhere within, not even allowed to protest online.
You're not even allowed to talk about it.
Not even allowed to talk about it.
Not to engage in any protest.
Yeah.
Related activity relating to Australia Park Hotel, either in person or online.
Yeah, I couldn't go on any social media, messaging anybody, nothing.
So you couldn't talk, or you couldn't even post your opinion on social media?
No.
So not to go within 100 metres of Australia Park Hotel?
Yeah.
Not to engage in any protest activities? Not to publish any information or data online? Yeah, they took away your ability to even discuss this topic. How did the media report this?
They put all the details about me being arrested, my name, my address, my age, but they've never once said everything was dropped.
But they kept you under these conditions, which limited your ability to use the internet, or to talk about this issue, or to protest, or to walk your dogs down the end of your road.
I have no freedom, did I?
So you didn't do nothing wrong, you were convicted of nothing, you're actually proving that you shouldn't have been arrested, and your work sacked you.
Yeah.
Somewhere you've been for 14 years.
It's no longer a free country. It's not. Free speech is finished.
I've lost all respect for the police. It makes me feel angry towards the police.
You know, we are the general public, and if you are saying things that they don't like, they come for you.
There's a political ideology in the policing that's totally different when I was there.
It opens my eyes, and I will never look back. I still would do it today. I would still go there and protest for my rights, for my children's rights, for my safety.
Depending on your ideological stance, the police will arrest Twitter or X users for mean tweets, criticism of identity politics, and even memes. If you're consistent and hold dear that this country was built on the foundation of the battle of ideas, when this is diminished, where you sit politically becomes obsolete.
Freedom of movement, freedom of speech. I'm not sure we have those anymore in this country. Certainly not to the extent that people think we have, and certainly those freedoms and rights are under threat as they've never been before.
I disagree with every word you said, but I will
go to the death to defend your right to sit. I think that's very important. And I think we want to remember it. And I think we want to live it.
You see, allowing people to speak freely runs the risk that government policies will be scrutinised and criticised. It also runs the risk that government's intent and their incompetence will be exposed.
In my High Court ruling of 2020, Mr. Justice Knowles gave the starkest warning about the current state of policing. He said, in this country, we have never had a Stasi, a Cheka, or a Gestapo. I think that what Mr. Justice Knowles saw was a trajectory. I think that he saw that without intervention, without activism, without political change, that we were heading toward a police force which was a political police force that would judge people not based upon whether they had or had not committed a criminal offence, but would go up against people because they held the wrong political views.
I've now got 2 police officers and a mental health nurse coming to see me because I went to the church and spoke to my local priest about what happened to the bishop in Australia and said, are we Christians supposed to take a stand? I'm not calling for violence or anything like that, never once said, because there's no allegation. Now look again. Just for the benefit of everyone that's going to see this is discrimination against Christians right now. Because if I was Islamic and I said anything along those lines, you wouldn't care. You allow hate preachers in this country to preach the killing of homosexuals and now you're on my door because I said Christians need to take a stand. I ain't calling for violence. I'm just calling to take a stand. Because I've got a mental health nurse and 2 PCs, not PCSOs, come to my house, that's why.
The modus operandi of the state is clear. First, they ridicule you, demonise, ostracise you. Then, they deplatform you, they debank you. Then they use lawfare. They use lawfare to persecute you with the law. Then they change the law. Just to try and get you, they literally change the law. And as with my arrest last November, then they just ignore the law. They lie. They fabricate charges and impose bail conditions to restrict where you can go, what you can do, who you can talk to. And for all of this, of course, they bankrupt you. They target you financially. But there is nothing more dangerous than a person who has nothing left to lose.
I mean, once the establishment move against you, their reach is absolutely immense. Life starts getting very difficult once you go against the narrative.
Sir, why have you been arrested? Because I write it down. Hamas is terrorist organization. That's it. That's it. What did it know? What did it say on your side? What did it say on your side?
When they attack me, when they assault me, I never assault back, never.
You never react. In the video, you get violently attacked.
Yeah, never react.
You always put your hands up.
Yeah,
Have the police been there when at times that you've been attacked?
many times. Always police is there. When they come, they still attacking me. They still assaulted me. They saying, yeah, you should live here. When you want to come back again, we arrested you.
They give you a dispersal order.
Exactly. In UK law, terrorists.
The Terrorism Act 2000,
yeah,
some
exactly.
support for a terrorist organisation.
Exactly. Someone when showing that supporting terrorist organization going to be 14-year prison. They show what they do, harassing me and pushing me back.
When the police are there and people are violently attacking you, have the police arrested any of those people at the time?
Never. They never reacted them.
In this video, 2 people are attacking you from the front. One, your leg, yeah?
Yeah.
One of them has smashed you.
Yeah.
So you're standing there, and from behind he's hit you with a weapon, yeah?
From back.
From behind. So from behind your leg, and obviously, look, this is a serious cut. Your leg's been cut open. When the police have turned up and this is happening, what were the police's actions to the men that were attacking you?
Nothing.
They violently attack you, and the police then attack you.
And especially when I de-arrested, I saw the guy which is attacking me. I told the police, the officer, I told him, he assaulted me. I saw him. He assaulted me.
And there's now evidence.
He laughed and go. they should be supporting law. They should be, enforcing law. Yeah,
But they're not.
they're not. Right now, the UK and British people and the British police officer, they know, they kill our free speech.
Do you believe, with what you've experienced in Iran and what you're now seeing in London, do you believe there will be an attempted revolution?
Too many Iranian people in Iran saying that.
Saying it's the same.
It's going to be happen when the British people are staying silent.
And this is partly why you're speaking out.
Exactly. It's my future. It's our future.
That is Noyak Gurbani. He's from Iraq. He is all too familiar with police brutality. Arrested for holding a banner announcing UK government policy. The Hamas are a terrorist organisation. They actually are prescribed as a terrorist organisation. They arrest and continue to persecute him because they can't cope with the Hamas-loving protesters. Rather than deal with the problem, they arrest and prosecute the people highlighting the problem. Enoch Powell said, over half a century ago, above all, people are disposed to mistake predicting troubles for causing troubles and even for desiring troubles. If only they love to think. If only people wouldn't talk about it, it probably wouldn't happen. So rather than deal with the people causing the trouble, what he's saying is they deal with the people talking about the trouble. And if all these tactics fail to silence the dissidents, well,
according to UNESCO, almost 100 journalists were killed in 2018. Hundreds are imprisoned. And when media workers are targeted, societies as a whole pay a price.
Saudi state television reporting this evening that journalist Jamal Khashoggi is dead.
World Prison Service has announced that the jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny has died. In a statement, it said he felt unwell after a walk and almost immediately lost consciousness.
Danny Casolaro was found dead over the weekend in a motel in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Local authorities quickly ruled his death a suicide like a fall guy. I mean, you do set up.
A man under pressure. He once said, I will probably be found dead in the woods. Within days of this appearance at the committee, that's exactly what happened.
Dissident gets assassinated. But we are all to be re-educated. A key part of a totalitarian state is the re-education of dissidents. Those who will not submit and will not comply. You have to be sent to diversity training. You've been taught about your white privilege. You might have been given unconscious bias training to teach you about the prejudice you didn't even know you held.
This online presenter-led training course is the perfect introduction to equality and diversity in the workplace for both employees and employers to help them work towards legal compliance.